Good morning. It's a little bit past 6 o'clock. I made myself some coffee and I walked down on the side of this river to come and sit down. They've got a nice little bench over here and you can overlook the river. Busy trying to see if I can spot a fish eagle. I heard them calling this morning, but all that I can see is monkeys across the river. They're busy playing in the trees, but they're so difficult to spot because the trees are literally the same color as what they are. And there's no leaves on the trees, and it's very brown, and the monkey's brown. But it's pretty cute to try and see them play along the river. It's also mating season for the ducks, gyps and goose especially, so there's a lot of them over here, and they're bloody noisy, and they drain out the rest of the sounds quite a bit each now and then. But this is something really nice that you can do here at Tamboti is wake up just before the sun, well, as the sun comes up, so it's not pitch dark. Just wait for the sun to come up. It's not even risen across the mountains yet, so you can only see the kind of a red glow and so on in the background. But this is something really cool to do, is just to come and sit here and be dead still and quiet, and then just listen and look across the river, see if you can spot any animals. Look how well camouflaged that monkey is. Just gotta watch for the movement. So right in the middle of the screen, there's a big one. You can barely see it move. There you go. That's a baboon. So not the brightest thing I did this morning. I found this little trail that heads along the river's edge. It's very overgrown. You can't really see where it goes. I've managed to work my way sort of a little bit of grass. It's amazing what you find. Everywhere you go there's traces of human. I saw something close by the river's edge. I crawled down there, almost slipped into the river. A golf ball. Seriously? So if you're interested to come and walk this little bit of a trail, here's the dam, then whee, turn 180 degrees. See that pole there behind me? The little walkway over there. That's where it starts. Just make sure you don't do it alone. I almost slipped and fell into the river. Also just a bit of a fair warning. There's ticks. I've just stopped quickly to get them all off my legs. If you're planning to do the trail, don't do it like I did it. Wear proper shoes, long socks, and some hiking shoes. And I wonder what nest that is. So if you just open your eyes, you can see quite a bit around here. Back to camp and time for a second cup of coffee. So it looks like Swambo and Winston is still in the tent, not getting up. I'm gonna have to go wake them up. But before that, decided quick breakfast. I think after breakfast I'll go and wake them up. Swambo doesn't really like porridge in the mornings. I like my oats. So this morning I decided I want to test out their hot water donkey system. The owners said that they will fire it up and all that kind of stuff for me, but I said to them, no, it's no need. I'm going to try and do this myself. I've done it a very long time ago, but it works pretty simple though, so it's not really that complicated to get it done. So we have our donkey boiler. I brought my gas bottle with my lead just to make it easier to ignite. We've got a wood over there, and we just got to make a fire inside here. So according to what the owner has mentioned is you just need to make a small fire, same as what you will do to braai steak. I've packed it pretty much full, as you can see. I want to check if there's going to be enough for Swambo as well. I think she also wants to take a quick shower just to get it lit up. Using this method with a stick instead of fire lighter is just so much more convenient. You've got control over it, you don't waste anything. As soon as you see it, the wood is starting to catch a light. Chuck a little bit of more kindle inside here to get the big wood going. We're going to see how quick it takes now. There we go, we got a fire going. It takes plus minus between 10 and 20 minutes to get that water hot enough for a shower. So I'm gonna give it about that amount of time and I'm going to get my clean clothes and everything ready so long. And then we'll be back in a little while to come and check. Rightio, quickly checking the donkey. Looks like we've got quite some heat going inside there. I checked the water, ready for our shower. The water feels warm enough so far. I don't want it too hot, so I'm gonna go have a hot water shower through a donkey. See you now. There we go. All squeaky clean. That was pretty nice. Use the same principles what we use when we do normal showering with our gas heater. You quickly open the tap, wet up, close the tap, soap up and wash, open the tap, rinse yourself off, close the tap. Got to do it reasonably fast. The cylinder here is not really big, it doesn't hold a lot of water, so you got to be reasonably quick, but it's enough water to get a nice hot shower. Water pressure is great. So now I'm going to quickly get dressed, and then it's Swambo's turn, and she's going to have to make her own little fire because I don't think your water's going to be that hot if she doesn't do so. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm already a lot happier. I get to wear shorts. It's nice and warm. We've been wearing long pants for so long now. It's totally great to be wearing shorts. Swambo's in her shorts as well. And I'm going to quickly just show her the donkey operation. Okay, baby. So the idea is take some of that wood that's over there, put it inside there, create yourself a little bit of a fire, and that's about it. Grab some of that bark just to get a flame going. Just chuck it in there.
Hot as daylight, I've already got a flame.
Okay, cool. So the next thing you do is feel the side of the tank over here with the back of your hand, like that. See, feel that temperature? That already means you've got hot water, the guy says. Don't wait till it burns your hand or anything like that. Awesome. That temperature is pretty good already. So there we go. Was it that difficult?
No, it was really easy. It's making a fire.
Pretty easy?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Let's go get close.
There you go.
So I've got the donkey started, and according to step 2 of how to work a donkey, check the water temperature. Seems easy enough, and I figured I'll do it. Yeah, that's still pretty cold for me. Maybe give it a second. Oh, there we go. Yep. Definitely ready for a shower. See you in a couple of minutes. What a lovely shower. One of the best showers. I think it would be the second best shower I've had in a while. Hubby's built-in shower being the first, just because it's an experience on its own. But this is definitely a close second. It's warm, it's comfortable, it doesn't scorch you half to death, it doesn't freeze you into another dimension. The water pressure is lovely. I could wash my hair, shave my legs, I feel clean. Definitely a 10 out of 10.
So mostly today we've had a very chill day. We are doing route planning for the next couple of stops at the moment. We've so far managed, if one person gets back to us, we will be able to almost plan the next 3 stops, which will be great. So far we've been leaving planning quite to the last second, which is not the way that I really want to do it. Just makes life a little bit more difficult. So we're waiting for one person to get back to us, then we'll be able to set our route for the next 3 stops after this one, which will be great. And just getting back to yesterday's information about our electrical system. There is wifey using the blow dryer. Seems very happy about it. Is it getting hot?
Very hot.
Oh wow. So we're gonna test now while she does her hair. After a shower this morning, we did sit for a long time, so I guess her hair is already pretty dry.
Damp.
So damp. No, it's only damp. So that's the best way to do it, so we don't use too much power. I'm going to be watching the inverter a little bit and the readings on the monitor to see what we are drawing. So having a look at the readings, we were on 100%. She's been using the hairdryer for a small period of time. We're pulling on AC loads about 1,300, 1,561, 1,200, 1,500. So we are pulling quite a bit of load on the inverter at the moment. It went from 100% down to 94% within about a minute's worth of hair drying. It's pulling major load. So we're sitting on 94% now within basically a minute. That is concerning, but the system does pull the hair dryer at least, so in case case of an emergency, we'll just have to make sure that hair drying takes place early in the morning, and then also make sure that we have enough a sunny day, or that we are driving that day as well, so that the DC-DC can put the power back into the system. Solar is currently on putting in about 100 watts plus minus, which is not great at all considering each panel that I have is 79 watts. It should give me around 160, which it's not at all. And I'm got it on the vehicle's windscreen, and it's almost in direct 90 degrees towards the sun even. That's very worrying. That means I'll have to most likely at a later stage look to get bigger solar panels so we can recharge better. That's the power situation at the moment.
It's dry! Now we straighten.
Alright, so please consider that you did spend some time in the sun, probably 2 hours
Maybe
before you started drying your hair. Yeah. So in an emergency, I think it will work. It won't, from wet hair to dry hair, I don't think it's going to work. Well, it's going to pull a lot of, it will work, but it's just going to pull a lot of power out of the batteries. So wife is going to do the straightening thing now, and then we're going to see what the load on the batteries are. Okay, so we've tried out the hair straightener now. It pulls the head straightener fine. It's just the inverter seems to be making a bit of a noise, which doesn't sound like a normal noise. So we're not too sure if that is just the fan, because the fan tends to get a little bit loud. The noise goes on and then it goes away, and then it goes on and then it goes away. I'm not concerned. There's no alarm messages that went up, overheating, overcurrent draw, or anything like that. I think we're still okay. There shouldn't really be a problem, I think. But wife has decided not to straightening hair. She wants to do some form of curls. Women change their minds all the time. Power system seems to be doing what it needs to do, and we're just going to see now how long it takes for the batteries to get up to 100% again. Let's hope it doesn't take too long. So again today, Winston was feeling hot. So I took the hose pipe and I made him a little bit wet. I thought I'll take him for a little bit of a walk. We came up to this area and whoops, there he goes. Straight into the dam. He just cannot leave water alone. Kind of cool. Hey buddy, are you having fun? You having fun, boy? Oh jeez, he's having a ball again. I'm gonna have to hose him off again. So these are just part of the things that we do during camp days. Winston, come buddy, it's time to get out of the dam. I've been struggling for the last 15 minutes to try and get this little fur ball out of the dam. It's a very hot day and he's absolutely loving this water. And he just won't get out no matter what I do. I'm gonna have to get into this mud to go and fetch him most likely. There's some things that are just truly remarkable about Tamboti Bushcamp. Most of today we haven't done too much actually, besides for taking Winston around for more walks, sitting by a campsite, listening to the beautiful birds and sounds that you get in this place. Down by the river, there's all these little walkways that you can actually come down onto if you just want to come and sit and enjoy the peace and quiet of the place. Watch the birds and listen to the sounds of nature. These are the kind of things that are really special to me personally, is time spent in nature. Not with anybody, just me, myself and nature. You really get to love the bushveld. So for all of you that are out there that want a very special time out, come to Tamboti, come to the peace and quiet. It's a tiny little up and coming bush camp, and the owners are really putting in so much effort to develop this place, but yet keep it to a bushveld feel. That's why you're not going to find the fancies here, and that is exactly what myself, my wife and my dog look for in campsites. If you're in the area or you're planning a trip out, Tabazimbi isn't that far from big large cities like Johannesburg and Pretoria. Winston has just had his walk. I'm off duty for cooking tonight. Wife is going to make some burgers with a salad and some avo on either toast or bread. So we're going to see how we make it. So I'm going to hand over to Swambo, and she's gonna just quickly do a little bit of a food making video. Something new we're trying.
I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
I'll make the food. You keep an eye out for the bush baby.
Last night they were here pretty late.
You want to give the fat one a happy? Winston has to have his bites. spoiled baby.
He takes it so nicely.
Oh, this is way too hot. I keep forgetting how quick this pan heats up. Has hubby flown into the cheese balls?
Yeah.
Can you remember where we got them?
Oh no, somewhere place at Durst place. These are really good. It's like goat's cheese with some chilies and quite a nice sauce inside it. Very nice. Actually meant to go into salad, but no. Making the brookies for the avo and the burgers. Got some onion rings going over there, some sliced tomato, and then we're going to put some cheese, lettuce. We've got some sauces that we're gonna put on. Good old salt and pepper. I think it's gonna be yummy.
We hope so.
Note to self, take off the plastic covers off the patties. Don't pull a Daniel on yourself. Really, honestly, don't put a Daniel. I did it most that other day and I put it on the fire and there was still plastic on it.
Accidents happen.
No.
You doesn't learn.
So is it easier cooking with 2 plates?
Oh, much. So much easier. I'm actually enjoying myself.
Happy camper. Lettuce. Wife doesn't eat this. My coleslaw with carrots and raisins and some mayo. Has to be cross and Blackwell mayo. I love this stuff, but she doesn't like it. So it's my treat.
Whole bowl for yourself.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Your onions are getting nice and golden crispy.
Yummy. I have to say, thank you, Bev.
Thanks, Auntie Bev.
Avos are absolutely fantastic. Homegrown from their garden. So while Mom's cooking, this is what Fatty is doing. Lying in the tent, and each now and then, he pops his head out and he watches Mom cooking. And he just smells the meat and he's waiting for his happy. Look how lazy this boy is. Usually we toast the bread on the fire, but I'm very particular. When I have avo, I need to have kind of a toasted piece of bread. So wife is just quickly doing it in the pan. Look how yummy that looks. And my onions are ready. Here we go. Nice delicious meal. Burgers, avo onions, salad. Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome.
Now we're just gonna park off and enjoy our meal.
Happy eating.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So before we get to bed, I want to show you how dark it actually is here when we turn off all lights. We're going to turn this off quickly, moving the camera in a circular motion. It is pitch dark. See you tomorrow. We have a visitor. We just had a really magical experience. We actually saw a bush baby. Now these things are super shy, firstly. They're super small and they only come out at night. Hello. When you actually see them. And we were privileged enough to get some of them on camera. The footage is very bad, but we managed to follow it a little bit. It is absolutely an experience to see these little guys jumping from tree to tree, and they are so quiet, so super quiet. It was great, and you can still hear them playing in the bushes.